Good morning, D1. Happy Monday and happy February. Really quickly, I'm waiting on Amazon for my crazy hair supplies to come in. So if you're wondering, Miss Wells, I thought you said on Monday you were going to have crazy hair. Yes, but I am waiting on Amazon. So once I get that package from Amazon, I will have my crazy hair. I promise. So thank you for flexibility around that. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about what our jobs are for today. So first things first, I'm on my home page. It is the week of February 1st through the 5th, and it is February 1st today, this Monday morning. Let's go ahead, let's scroll down and see what our jobs are for today. So first things first, we have our morning work. So we have our prefix and suffix review this week. So last trimester, we focused on prefixes and suffixes so much. That was part of your daily job. And so I'm considering this review because the expectation was that you were practicing it every single day. So if you were practicing it every single day, this is gonna be easy peasy for you. For my friends who maybe didn't practice it as much, it might be a little difficult, which is okay. But that's why it's really important that we make sure that we're practicing these skills frequently. All right, so first things first, you are going to see there's an anchor chart here. Your job is to read or listen to the anchor chart. Then, after listening or reading through this, you are going to use the tools that they gave you here to help you answer the prompt over here. So you're going to tell me, what does this word mean based off of what the information they gave you over here. Then on slide number 2, you can see I already helped you out with this first one. Your job is to match the words based on the definition. So you're going to use these prefixes and their meanings to help you determine which words go where. So keep that in mind. And again, there should only be one word per box. So keep that in mind as well as you are completing this job. And then we have our journal. It is Make Believe Monday. And for this Make Believe Monday, you are going to be writing a story that takes place in a board game or a video game. And using descriptive details, you are going to use 5 to 6 sentences, okay? And so you can see over here, I gave you some ideas: board games, Clue, Candyland, video games, Animal Crossing, Fortnite. The one rule is it needs to be school appropriate. That being said, I know some of these games, specifically Fortnite, as well as like Clue and stuff, they might have aspects of it that aren't necessarily school appropriate. And while you are allowed to play that at home, great, fine. Just make sure that you are excluding anything, meaning not putting in your story anything that's not school appropriate. So for example, Fortnite, I know it has certain weapons that you should not be including in your writing. So just make sure that you're keeping that in mind while you are writing, making sure if you have to ask yourself, is this appropriate or would I get in trouble for writing this? Then I wouldn't write it. So just keep that in mind while you are doing this job this morning. Sentence frames and starters are over here on the right as needed. And so go ahead and use those as a tool if you need to. Then we have our Zoom at 9. Please make sure you come on time. And after our Zoom at 10, when we wrap up, you're going to go ahead. We are going to do our IB job. I am going to let you know our Zoom might go a little bit over just because we have to go over our folders as well. So just keep that in mind. We might go a little bit over 10 o'clock today. And so for our IB job, we are going to be talking about marine biomes. Marine is referring to water. And so you're going to go ahead, you are going to read about the ocean as well as the coral reef. Remember, this is editable text, meaning I can click on it so that way I can highlight information. Then you're going to see on slide number 3, you're going to have a total of 4 questions that you're responding to, and you are going to type your answers in the boxes provided, as well as go back and highlight your text evidence in the colors listed. So where does salt in the ocean water come from? You're going to highlight where the information is in the story in yellow. That is your way of proving to Miss Walsh, I know I am correct because it says right here, this is where it comes from. And so if you highlight your text evidence, it's to support your answer, and it's also so Miss Walsh can't argue with you, right? So just keep that in mind. That is going to be part of your job. Remember, if you don't highlight, you lose a point for each question, so make sure that you keep that in mind. Super duper important. Then you have a break. After your break, you're going to come back. You're going to be working on our spelling skill, which we will go over in Zoom, but we are working on digraphs and blends. And so on slide number 2, you are going to go ahead, you are going to sort the words into the 2 groups, digraphs and blends. If you know it's a blend, you're going to put it over there. If it is a digraph, you are going to sort it over here. Again, that is a skill we are going to work on in Zoom today. Then we're going to go ahead, we are going to move on to chapter 6 of Stuart Little, and as promised, we are now going to start our adventure with Stuart Little. We're going to kind of explore the city with Stuart Little, and so rather than just, hearing kind of the background and his relationships with everyone in the household, we're now going to be out with Stuart Little and begin his adventure. And so we're going to go ahead. You are going to listen. Remember, you can click on either the book title and the link will pop up, or you can click on the speaker over here. Then on slide number 2, you are going to answer the questions. Remember, they must be in complete sentences. Miss Walsh forgot to write that up here at the very top, but this is going to be our 6th time doing this, so you guys should know by now. Complete sentences are the expectation for these guys. You will lose points if they are not in complete sentences. Then you're going to go ahead and have lunch. After your lunch, it's going to be area time. And again, during our Zoom today, like I said, we got a lot to cover in Zoom. We are going to be talking about area of irregular shapes. Now you're looking at this and you're like, Miss Walsh, what's happening here? And that is a great question. We are going to talk about it in Zoom today. So make sure you keep that in mind. We are going to go through, we're going to complete it together, or we're going to work on it together rather, on Zoom, so that way we can answer any questions you may have regarding the irregular figures. They look like Tetris shapes. If you've played Tetris before, you know what I'm talking about. They look like weird shapes that you fit together to form, like a puzzle or something. And so we are going to go ahead and we're going to go over this in Zoom, and we are going to answer these together. What you're going to end up doing, though, is you're going to take the total area of one of the shapes here, the second shape here. You are going to put your total here. And again, we will go over it on Zoom today, so keep that in mind. If you're looking at this right now and you're like, Ms. Walsh, we did not talk about this. That's because we're talking about it today. And then finally, you have iReady Math. You click on the iReady symbol. It will take you straight there. 30 minutes of iReady Math. And then you are done. Clean up for the day. And that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, office hours every single day, 11:30 to 12:30. Come by, please come by if you have any questions. That is what I'm here for. So please, if you have any questions, come on by. And yeah, that's going to be it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, D1.